Good morning, grade 10 class. Today we'll be discussing mind mapping as a study skill. Everyone learns in a different way. Some people thrive in lecturers, soaking everything uttered. Others will jot down a lot of information in order to record it later. Diagrams and charts are significant elements of certain people's learning process. There are numerous different learning aids. My chosen learning aid for today is mind maps. Despite that your mind maps are comparable to diagrams, they have been around quite for decades. The phrase mind mapping was originally used and adopted by Tony Buzan, a world-renowned English author and pedagogical advisor. Mind mapping was inspired by the creative processes utilized by geniuses such as Leonardo da Vinci and Albert Einstein in the past, as well as the concept mapping technique introduced by Joseph Novak in the 70s. In reality, Tony Buzan studied how great individuals such as Leonardo da Vinci use visuals and some type of links in correlation to his own note-taking. Observing and analyzing the notes of others, particularly students, Buzan came to the conclusion that more the linear notes were, the less they liked them, and the more desperate they were around exam time. He noticed that pupils who performed better had messy notes with doodles, connections, visuals, and significant concepts, and he reasoned that if it was the case, messy notes were somehow superior to your linear notes. He then looked at his memory process and realized that he didn't remember sentences, and this was due to the manner he was taking notes. Buzan then put himself to the test by trying to recall 10 sentences with 10 or more words that he had read, written, or heard, and he failed. He could, on the other hand, recall days, months, or even experiences that he had associated with images, associations, and sensations. Then he studied the great poets, particularly Shakespeare, to figure out what it was about his writing that made it so memorable, appealing, and clever. It was the visuals and associations in his art that drew me in. A mind map is a hierarchical diagram for visually structuring and displaying information, ideas, or concepts. Having a relevant focal point is the most critical stage in constructing a great mind map. A mind map is used to investigate and expand on a single major topic that is placed in the center of the mind map and is then divided into a number of topics and subtopics. Consider that your key thought is the base of a tree that keeps all the branches and sub-branches intact. Mind maps usually mimics trees with several branches and sub-branches so that the picture that your core theme is a tree that keeps all the branches and sub-branches together. Determine whether your primary theme will be a single key word, a phrase, a question that needs to be answered, or even an issue that needs to be addressed, depending on the goal of your mind map. Next, in the center, place it in a circle or another acceptable form and customize with color, font, symbol, or even an image. Your themes or your so-called branches are important components of your mind maps. They're utilized to highlight the most crucial aspect of a subject. To put things in context, your mind map with the core subject travel plan in the middle may branch out into branches that addresses the elements of travel planning, such as your itinerary, lodging, budget, transportation, and agenda. The list of branches, on the other hand, should be established based on one's need, which is what makes the mind maps more flexible, diverse, and transformative. It is time now to divide your major topic into subtopics, or your so-called sub-branches. Once you've enlarged it into other topics, it may appear perplexing, but it's actually rather simple. You have a basic thought that extends throughout several themes, which then grows into your subtopics. Every branch is connected to its sub-branches, and they all work together to elaborate the center notion. Now, when you get to the end, you can add any visual art or theme to your topic by adding different colors to make it more appealing and grasping for your attention. So when you do end up studying, that it will be eye-catching to you. The advantages of incorporating mind mapping into your daily practices are considerable. Everyone has the potential to become a mind map user, if not a mind map master. To get started, all you need is a good mind mapping technique.